Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Tips and Tricks from the Magic Sock. I'm your host Ron, and if you want to learn more about the Magic Sock, visit www.themagicsock.com. It's a weekly podcast about Magic the Gathering. Now, let's jump right into this so we can get moving. Today's tip, it's just a tip, not a trick, is how to use Flash and ways of using Flash when you might not have thought about it. So right here, you can see we have a blue-green Stompy Duck. We got a Penumbra Worm, 6/6 trample. We got a Metaphoric Worm, which is just a 3/3, and we have an Eternal Witness. So my opponent is going to attack with the two creatures. Now, on my side, I've got Necrotal on top of the library, and I have a Mystical Teachings in my hand, Teferi, Mage of Zhalfir out in play, and a Magus of the Future. Why would my opponent attack? Well, probably not when he saw that I had a Necrotal, but maybe he figured might as well get moving and get things going. So, let's break this apart. Teferi has flash, and creature cards you own that aren't in play have flash. Each opponent can play spells only anytime he or she could play a sorcery. Okay, so you got that going. Then you got Magus of the Future. Play with the top card of your library revealed. You may play the top card of your library. So these guys together, obviously they work well in tandem. When you got the top card of your library there, you could basically play it. Now with the Teferi, creature cards you own that aren't in play have flash. So right now I could play Necrotal as an instant, basically. So I could do this at the end of my opponent's turn. I could do it in response to my opponent attacking. I could do all kinds of stuff with this. So he knows that's coming. However, with Mystical Teachings, it's an instant, 3 colorless and a blue. It's a common from Time Spiral. Search your library for an instant card or a card with flash, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. So, if I wanted to, what I could do is I could first use the Magus's ability, and I'm going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to play the Necrotal, and I'm going to target. Let's kill this guy. Okay, boom. So my opponent's going to put him into the graveyard. Now I can also do one. Let me switch back. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to go for the Mystical Teachings. And basically, I'm going to go for a card that has quote-unquote flash, and that's a creature card, and it's going to be the Man-O-War. So I'm going to put the Man-O-War into my hand. So let's say this is not necessarily a very great example, but I could just say, oh, I'm going to take the 6 or whatever, and then my opponent's going to say, okay, done. Then, wrong person, untapped. Basically, I'm going to say I'm done. I'm going to draw a card, and let's just say I'm going to play the island, and I'll go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put the Man-O-War, and I'm going to target the Penumbra Worm, put it back into my opponent's hand, and maybe I got a counter spell, and I can counter that. So again, the basic tip, not trick, for this is remember that when you're playing Teferi and the Magus of the Future, that you could play the top card of your library as an instant if it's a creature. And keep in mind that if you have Mystical Teachings, remember it also has flashback, as well as, remember, it's an instant, so at the end of your turn you could basically play the Mystical Teaching to be able to go for a creature card and be able to play that. Remember that it allows you to do all kinds of great combat tricks. As long as it's before the blocking phase, you could put that creature into play and block or use its ability like a Man-O-War or Necrotal to be able to bounce one of your opponent's creatures back into his hand if it's the Man-O-War or the Necrotal to destroy target non-artifact, non-black creatures. So again, just keep in mind that there's a lot of fun stuff that you could play now with the Teferi and the Magus of the Future. So again, this is just a quick little tip about different ways of playing Flash with creatures. If you're playing blue, this was sent in by a listener from the Magic Sock. If you have some questions or email, please feel free to email me at themagicsock@gmail.com. And again, the website address to listen to the weekly podcast is www.themagicsock.com. Thanks so much for listening, and the little rover from Mars up here says hello too. Okay, take care, and don't forget to visit www.gleemax.com. If you don't know what that is, check it out. Take it easy, and as always, keep having fun playing Magic.